When you are a Marvel fan, there is officially no sleeping anymore because, well, to be more specific, when you are Marvel, DC, and Lord of the Rings fan, besides the point. Uh, so I did my reactions for Black Adam and Shazam Fury of the Gods, and I went to sleep. And then I wake up from sleep, and what do I see? Marvel Studios had made a whole bunch of announcements, which we are going to talk about them in this one. So I have Marvel Studios Twitter open over here, which is where they make most of their announcements. I have heard that there are two trailers released, one of them being for Wakanda Forever and another being for She-Hulk Attorney at Law. So those reactions I will do separately, or will I do them together? Okay, so what I will do is I will put one reaction with this, perhaps She-Hulk Attorney of Law, and the Wakanda Forever reaction I'll do separately because I have a feeling that will get more views on its own, but whatever. So, okay, it begins with Wakanda Forever. So, all right, Secret Invasion, which is coming in spring 2023. Right. So Secret Invasion is, we have already known it's going to be coming. So that's not much. Secret Invasion, the stars Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury and Ben Mendelsohn as the Skrull Talos. They are joined by Kingsley. All right. A previous cast list also included reached. Why are you acting like a news page? This is the original Marvel Studios Twitter account. So, all right. So, Secret Invasion, for those who don't know, is essentially so Skrulls were introduced in Captain Marvel. This is essentially Skrulls who are shape-shifting organisms who can take the form of anyone they set eyes upon, and in certain cases they can even copy their powers, although that has not been introduced as of yet. But the point being that they can take the form of whoever they set their eyes upon, and as a result, they are now infiltrating Earth in the most crucial of places. Now, in the comics, the Skrull aren't exactly the best of people, especially the Skrull Talos, who is a warlord, from what I understand. But in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, these Skrulls are shown to be somewhat of a benign race. So, as a race, they are no longer evil, but that doesn't mean that every single Skrull has to be not evil. So, there could be, so I guess Secret Invasion will be more of a political show. I mean, going just by that. So, we know that Nick Fury is being replaced by Talos on Earth. Um, at least that's what the Spider-Man Far From Home post-credit scene told us. So the little bit of footage that we got way back in, I think, 2020 or 2021 from Secret Invasion, which showed Nick Fury with Skrull years. So that is implying that Nick Fury has been Skrull for a long, long time. So that is obviously going to play a huge part of into this. I also want to know what is Emilia Clarke's role in this, because I loved her as Khaleesi. But that being said, so why I'm saying so what I feel is going to happen is there are going to be some Skrulls who are infiltrating this thing with a positive goal in mind, and some Skrulls who are infiltrating with a negative goal in mind, and it's going to be like this, as they say, secret invasion. you know, uh, and the thing is, so in the original Secret Invasion comic book or comic run, a lot of heroes were revealed to be Skrulls for a long time. And the question is now, who is going to be revealed as a Skrull? Some people have speculated War Machine, mean, he just seemed like a perfect fit. He doesn't even have to copy the powers. But I don't know, man. I don't know. They could potentially even roll back on certain deaths by this, because it's the Skrull version that died, or the other way around, and the Skrull version is alive. But I don't think they will go with that, because that's like bringing back the most awesome thing ever and then just throwing it away, saying it was all a dream. But then if the other thing is followed, that will seem cheap as well, because that means that death has been subverted, which is not a lot of people's cup of tea. But we will see what comes out of this. Okay, Wakanda Forever again Wakanda Forever. This phase 4, 5, 6 is now being called the Multiverse Saga. And the interesting thing about this is phase 4 is going to end with Wakanda Forever, with what I understand. Earlier it was going to end with Thor Love and Thunder, but I guess She-Hulk Attorney at Law and Wakanda Forever have also been added to this. And phase 5, I'm going to talk about phase 5 and 6 as they come along, but the thing what I'm thinking about is phase 4 has no Avengers movie, and phase 5 is also going to have no Avengers movie. Phase 6 is going to have Avengers movie, but we'll talk about that. So I guess that kind of explains why phase 4 had no interconnectivity to it, because phase 4 is just a whole lot of setup. So I guess now they are going to follow the 3-act structure in each phase, which is exposition or setup, then rising action, and the big conclusion. So I guess phase 5 is going to be rising action, where we see things starting to connect, and phase 4 is just going to be exposition. So I don't think we should expect much interconnectivity from She-Hulk Attorney at Law or Wakanda Forever. And then phase 4 will be where things start to come together. Phase 5 will be where things start to come together, and we see the rising action, and phase 6 is the epic conclusion. So, all right, seems well enough. And oh my god, and here we have Avengers Secret Wars. Holy shit. I thought this was just a fan thing, and I didn't think the idea was fan thing. The name was a fan thing, but I guess with the entire John Krasinski Mr. Fantastic thing, because it did seem like a lot of the fan art was just taken and made into the movie when he appeared in Multiverse of Madness. I guess Marvel is beginning to listen to the fans. I don't know if that's a positive or a negative thing, because it can go either way, We have to wait till 2025 for this. Oh my god. Secret Wars. And Avengers Kang Dynasty. Also, it seems that Kang Dynasty is going to come before Secret Wars. Make of that what you will. But holy shit. And they are both coming in the same year. So I guess that follows the 3-act structure thing I was talking about, which is interesting. We don't have a whole lot of information on them, except for, of course, Secret Wars in the comics was an event where incursion upon incursion upon incursion kept on happening, and I think Eternity, who is the physical embodiment of the universe, was kind of sidetracked, and this entire thing, the entire multiverse, was collapsed into this one big world called Battle World, and it was ruled over by God Emperor Doom, who, if you didn't know, incinerated Thanos in one fell swoop. And I really need to eat. Sorry. That being said, Secret Wars. What I was going to say, it's like escaping my mind. Yeah, with Secret Wars, we are going to get a lot of new things, because for those who don't know, in Secret Wars, Loki was a girl, rather a lady. Lady Loki was a thing which we got a glimpse of in the Loki series, but that character was renamed as Sylvia or Sylvie, who is the enchantress, and with her enchantment powers, I guess that is put aside. But what I'm talking was the mainline Loki becoming a lady. But the mainline Loki is dead. We have the variant Loki. Hmm. I don't know, but the another thing with Secret Wars is we get this introduction of a character called Singularity, which is, if you have read my blog, you would know that I have speculated that Singularity is actually Love, who has come back from the well of eternity, and is now under the care of Thor. I go into more detail as to why I think so. But Singularity is essentially a sentient singularity with a pocket universe, uh, who has gained sentience and now has started imitating female life, female human life. So it's basically a walking, talking universe. All right. And Kang Dynasty. So this name seems very deliberate, because so dynasty is essentially a lineage of people. So what it makes me think is Kang Dynasty is going to be like multiple Kangs, or we are going to be introduced to the Council of Kangs, which, yeah, I think that is going to happen. And we have got a glimpse of Kang in Loki season one, but that was like the sunrise version of Kang. He himself said that. And we don't just have to take his word for it. We saw the proof. Because when He Who Remains, that is the version of Kang that we saw in Loki season one, when He Who Remains was in charge, he still ruled with the help of three android timekeepers, and he kept himself secret. But when another Kang took control, he just straight up made a statue of himself. So this guy is much more full of himself. And we are going to see him in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania as well. Makes me wonder what is his role in that. There are reports that he's really underused in that movie. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. And then we got an official release date for Fantastic Four, which is again a year later. God damn it. And boy, I really hope they do justice to this franchise. I mean, John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic was awesome. I don't think he's going to come for the role, just by speculations, because I think both Emily Blunt and John Krasinski have been on record saying that they don't really want to do this role. I guess John Krasinski just came as a cameo thing, but I guess we'll see. The cast has not been announced yet, so. And then there is the official Thunderbolts announcement, which is also a movie, and this is also coming in July 26, 2024. Now, the interesting thing is the actor for Thunderbolt Ross is dead. So, a big part of the Thunderbolts is Red Hulk, and Red Hulk is Thunderbolt Ross. So, what are they going to do with him? I guess they could go the T'Challa route and just make someone else the Red Hulk. The Chadwick Boseman route. But I don't know if they will recast him, because they set a precedent with Chadwick Boseman. So if they can't recast Chadwick Boseman, uh, can they recast Thunderbolt Ross? I don't know, man. I don't know. But basically, for those of you who don't know, once again, the Thunderbolts is a mock-up of the Avengers, uh, which is made by the government, or in this case, Thunderbolt Ross. And it is made by people who do not have any trust in superheroes, and basically they wanted a superhero team under their control. It's like kind of like Suicide Squad like thing, but in reality they are like actually very terrible people, but they are portrayed as heroes. So in that regard, they are like the boys. And with the next project that I'm going to talk about, I wonder if Thunderbolts is going to be R rated, like to sort of go over the boys, but then it will be compared too much to the boys. I don't know if they want that. I mean, again, if they do it better, who cares, right? The next thing is um, the original CD starring Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, streaming spring 2024. Daredevil Born Again. Very subtle with the title there, I must say. And this is confirmed to be R-rated from what I know. And well, Daredevil is in the MCU, which yeah, we already saw Matt Murdock, not Daredevil, Matt Murdock, outside of his costume in Spider-Man No Way Home as Tom Holland's Peter Parker's lawyer. But it will be interesting to see him as the Daredevil in costume. Someone told me that also one of the trailers had Daredevil in it, but we'll see when it comes out, I guess. And then, of course, we have She-Hulk Attorney at Law. We'll talk about that when we react to it. And Captain America 4, which is Captain America New World Order. I wonder what people will think about this, because there wasn't a lot of positive reception to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Oh, wait. So, as I was saying, yeah, there wasn't that much positive reception to Falcon and the Winter Soldier as there could have been. And Falcon and the Winter Soldier made Sam Wilson the new Captain America, right? So this is going to be Sam Wilson, Captain America, presumably. And I wonder if he's going to actually solve the world's problems, or is he just going to be giving speeches like he did in the sixth episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Man, that was disappointing one. But I do understand that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was affected negatively due to the pandemic, because there is a completely deleted storyline from this. So you understand, there is an Asian city called Madripoor, there is a scientist, and someone dies earlier of tuberculosis, which is Mama Donya, who is the mother figure to Kali Morgenthau or the Flag Smashers. And she is said to die of tuberculosis, but every time her disease is mentioned, you can hear that the lines have been sort of cut out and overlaid, and there has been a separate cut used. And what I'm trying to say is, when they were getting supplies for these people, they weren't supplies, they were actually vaccines. And one of the cards even had some vaccine thing written on them. And it seems that there was going to be a pandemic regulated by the GRC, and the Flag Smashers were going to get the vaccines to the unblipped people, or rather, the people who were not blipped. And that was going to be a completely different story. But you can see why that storyline was cut, because seeing what was going on in the world at that time. I mean, even now, I don't think it could come out. Then we have Agatha Coven of Chaos, which was originally it was going to be House of Harkness. So it makes me wonder, when it was said House of Harkness, at first it just seemed like, a cool thing to say about Agatha, but it seems like it is not simply a cool thing to say about Agatha and her surname. A house means that there's going to be like more witches, and as the name change suggests, a coven of witches, and maybe Agatha is going to create her own coven, which is weird considering that she killed her own coven. So who is exactly going to be in her coven? And I wonder if Scarlet Witch is going to make an appearance. Also, the most obvious question is, how does she break out of that spell that Scarlet Witch put her in? But all right. And Ironheart, okay, already announced. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Ironheart is so this a young girl called Riri Williams. This happened in the comics that she was an MIT student or graduate, I don't know, and Tony Stark appeared as an AI to her and basically told her that she needs to become the next Iron Man. So she obviously become Iron Heart instead of Iron Man, because that would be like copying. And he just said that Riri Williams is going to appear in Wakanda forever. So we'll see what comes out of this. And Blade, man, this has been coming for a long, long time. And seeing that uh, Daredevil is going to be R-rated, I have good faith that this is going to be R-rated as well. Because if it is not, I'm going to murder myself. Blade needs to be R-rated, Marvel. Don't do this to us. And yeah, we'll just move further. And Loki season 2, we were already expecting this. Guess we'll see more of Kang's Kangness in this one. Then we have the Echo series. Don't really know what to expect in this. Uh, so Echo was introduced, of course, in Hawkeye, and in the comics, she's kind of lovey-dovey with Daredevil. So don't know if they're going to follow that storyline. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. And yeah, we'll see. Not a lot of people liked Maya or Echo in the Hawkeye series. Not a lot of people like the Hawkeye series in general, but we'll see. We'll see. And then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Adam Warlock is coming. And Gamora is, I don't know if she's going to be reunited with Peter Quill at all. Who knows? This will be interesting to say the least. I don't have much to say about this again. And yeah, I think that's it. Those are all the announcements that I could find on Marvel's Twitter, which happened in San Diego Comic Con. Holy shit. Talk about content drop. My goodness. All right. So if you liked this video, give a thumbs up, and leave a comment below with what you think about all these revelations and what you think about the video in general. Share this video with your friends if you want to see more content like this, and if you like in general gaming content as well. Hit the subscribe button with the bell on, all notifications. And the Wakanda Forever trailer is playing down. I don't want to see that now. I want to react to it separately. And for a moment I read now praying only in theaters, or no, I'm getting sidetracked. And yeah, okay, that I'll see you in the next one. All right, everyone.